As the year draws to an end, a special time begins, a time filled with wonders. A winter world sets its own rules, with nature at its most demanding. Snow and ice transform the land. Storms and wind bring with them cold, harsh conditions. But the gleaming white splendor also offers carefree fun. It's a time of contrasts. Implacable and harsh, yet transient and enchanting. Human beings and animals experience it very differently, each in their own way. A closer look shows just how. It's early December. The first snowflakes herald the approach of winter. The snow gradually covers up the greenery, cloaking field and forest. There's not much food for the animals, and the icy cold is hard to cope with. They have to adjust to the conditions in very different ways. Many months of deprivation lie ahead, and not all of them will survive. In today's world, humans can look forward to the first snows with pleasurable anticipation. The fight for survival doesn't really involve them. It needs to be cold for snow to form. It all starts high up in the moist atmosphere of towering clouds and icy conditions. Their tiny droplets of water and motes of dust transform themselves into glistening crystals. These combine to form soft flakes, becoming heavier as they make their way towards the ground. Diamond dust is called when the sunlight catches the flakes and makes them sparkle. Once on the ground, they form a sea of the finest crystalline shapes. Matchless jewels. Six-pointed works of art, each one unique and different from all the others. Gradually, the snowflakes join together to form a thick layer that covers everything. Mice make themselves comfortable under this dense blanket of snow. It protects them from icy temperatures and hides them from predatory eyes. A fox is on the prowl. Roe deer know they have no need to fear the fox. He prefers smaller prey like mice, for instance. The trick is to find them. This is where the fox's finely tuned sense of hearing comes in. He can locate even the faintest noise beneath the snow. The mouse has no idea that every rustle is being closely monitored from the snow's surface. Or does it? At the slightest sound from overhead, the mouse disappears underground, out of reach of the still hungry fox. The world in winter seems a silent, abandoned place. It's hard to imagine that there could be anything edible here, yet nature does provide sustenance for animals even in the depths of winter. Sometimes only at second glance. Vegetarians like the bullfinch hardly need to adjust their needs at all in winter. They still find seeds, grains, and berries on some plants. Only now they're deep frozen. The great tit prefers the larvae and insect eggs it finds hidden under the bark of trees. The reeds growing along lake and river banks offer both protection and food. Bearded tits are specialists in harvesting its tiny seeds at high speed. The nuthatch hides its treasures in secret places. The lucky ones might still find the odd nut, but only the woodpecker is big and strong enough to break the shell. It has hollowed out a workbench in a branch, a kind of pine cone vise. Here it can crack open anything from pine cones to the hardest nuts. There are bound to be bits falling off this banqueting table, much to the delight of others. The bird box is a magnet for birds of all kinds to stock up on sorely needed calories. But it doesn't make a very good hiding place. Most birds eat their fill while they can to help them survive the cold nights. They gorge themselves till nightfall, then return to their roosts. As the days get shorter, colorful lights illuminate the long dark evenings. For humans, winter markets sweeten the waiting period before the upcoming celebrations. It's a time of anticipation, a time for burnishing and upholding old traditions. For animals, on the other hand, it's getting more and more difficult to get through the long frosty winter nights. Darkness holds no fears for the eagle owl. Its photosensitive eyes allow it to see extremely well in the dark. Deer are able to lower their body temperature, which slows down their metabolism. This resting mechanism saves energy. A special camera reveals how the animals only lose body heat in a few places. Mainly from their heads, the rest is protected by their dense fur. The owl's plumage also provides perfect insulation, certainly better than the mouse's coat. Apart from eyes and beak, no body heat escapes at all. The rest of the surface is the same temperature as the air. Thank you for watching. Subscribe in this channel.